Sanford AirMed is a nationally accredited critical care air ambulance service providing helicopter, fixed wing, and ground ambulance transports. Sanford AirMed's mission is dedicated to the work of health and healing. We provide exceptional care in a safe working environment for our clients.
Safety is the foundation of Sanford AirMed. This education will demonstrate proper techniques and procedures for safely working and communicating with AirMed aircraft. These safety expectations are set by the AirMed operations teams.
Sanford AirMed operates 4 King Air 200s and 4 EC-145 IFR equipped and capable aircraft. This fleet provides the versatility needed to serve our communities near and far. To ensure the safest operations are being conducted, AirMed employs all of our own pilots and mechanics who attend annual aircraft and safety training. For inter-facility requests, call Sanford One Call for the region closest to you. Staffed by registered nurses, Sanford One Call instantly connects you with multiple resources, including air transport and physician consultation. Call anytime you are aware of a potential transport, as early activation is vital. There is no charge to launch a team and then cancel if not needed. If AirMed is unavailable, the AirMed Communications Center will find the best option for your transport. When you contact One Call, an operator will ask if you wish to transfer a patient. If the answer is yes, then you need to provide the following information: the referring facility location, the intended destination, the patient's name, weight, and date of birth, the patient's chief complaint, details about whether or not the patient is intubated or in respiratory distress, and information about any special equipment that the patient needs, such as a balloon pump, special drips, or other devices. Once a weather go is given by our team, the AirMed Communication Center will call the referring facility with an estimated time of arrival, or ETA. This phone call is also an opportunity to gather more information about the patient and other instructions for setting up ground transportation. For rotor wing aircraft inbound to your facility, we ask that you have a flat, secure area for the aircraft to land and depart. Simple requirements for a safe landing zone include a 100 by 100 foot area. The term clear and secure means that the landing area is free of debris or possible hazards to the aircraft, and also secure from bystanders or onlookers. When possible, we recommend having someone walk the area to ensure it is clear and secure, and for that person to be present during aircraft arrivals and departures. Other items to keep in mind are having an area that is clear of snow or dust. If there is construction in the vicinity, it's a good idea to have a communication plan with the construction workers. The AirMed team will need to be advised of any trees, wires, or other obstacles that could pose a threat to the aircraft. For added safety, AirMed rotor wing aircraft operate with night vision goggles, or NVGs. These tools aid us in identifying terrain and hazards. Communication with AirMed aircraft varies from facility to facility. For those who have direct contact with the aircraft, we ask that you give a final briefing as they approach the landing phase. For those who do not use direct communication, we ask for you to describe hazards to the AirMed Communication Center before the arrival of our aircraft. When the aircraft arrives on location, a circle or recon orbit may occur at various altitudes to identify obstacles communicated in the briefing or other items the team identifies with the pilot when making the final determination on landing zone suitability.
While the aircraft is approaching to land, listen closely to the radio and observe the helicopter to ensure clearance from all hazards. If a situation arises where the safety of the aircraft or ground crew is compromised, state AirMed go around to abort the landing, or AirMed stop to tell the pilot to stop and hover in place. Then relay obstacles or hazards to the pilot.
Facilities without direct radio communication can signal an abort with someone safely visible to the aircraft, waving their arms and gesturing to stop. Once the aircraft is safely on the ground, do not approach the helicopter. The AirMed team will come to you, assess the patient, and determine the next course of action. Depending on the possible ground time, the aircraft may stay hot or running, which means there will be additional noise to work around on scene, requiring extra vigilance from everyone operating in the area.
For the safety of all involved, first responders who need to help load a patient into the aircraft will first be briefed on the process and then will always be accompanied to and from the aircraft by an AirMed team member. Follow the AirMed team member's instructions prior to this phase. The AirMed team will open and close all doors. We always approach our aircraft from the front or side, but never from the rear. Do not move past the rear stabilizers. Make sure to protect yourself and the patient with proper hearing and eye protection. Do not re-enter the rotor disc area unless directed by a flight team member.
Once the patient has been safely loaded into the aircraft and the team is ready, the aircraft will depart. Continue to ensure the area is secure of equipment, people, or other possible hazards until the aircraft has departed.
In the unlikely event of an emergency situation, it is important for first responders to know the location of key aircraft components, as well as how to evacuate a team.
If a first responder needs to perform an emergency shutdown of the aircraft, first locate the center pedestal in the front of the helicopter and find the red guarded emergency off switches, or fire. There are 2. Pushing both switches once will shut fuel off to the engines. It is important to note that there's a slight response delay after activating the system. Next, locate the yellow battery off toggle and switch it to off. The battery is located to the rear of the second engine on the right side of the helicopter. The oxygen is located in the base of the central cabinet located between the rear-facing seats in the cabin. The average amount of jet fuel on board an AirMed helicopter is 190 gallons. In an emergency egress scenario, the doors are the primary exit point and are operated by pulling up on the handles in the orange-shaded areas. Emergency exits are also located on each main cabin door. Remove the red cap, pull the tab around the window, and then push on the red dots in the lower corners. This allows the window to be removed toward the outside of the aircraft. Sanford AirMed's fleet King Air 200s are available 24/7 for transport requests. When meeting a fixed-wing aircraft at the airport, wait for the engines to shut down and the door to open prior to approaching the aircraft. Pause to be marshaled towards the aircraft and do not back up without a spotter. Before the loading and unloading of patients, a briefing will be conducted to ensure that all participants are aware of the flow of the process. For safety, when working in and around an AirMed aircraft, stay vigilant of your surroundings and any possible hazards. Stay aft or behind the wings. AirMed team members will prepare equipment for both the patient bed and aircraft. Helicopter or weather shopping refers to a requesting agency that calls multiple services or aircraft for the same patient.
In our industry, this practice has led to accidents.
One of the dangers of this practice is having multiple aircraft inbound to the same location. Another danger is that a helicopter team may decline a trip due to weather concerns, but another team without that information may accept the job, endangering their team and possibly even the patient. At AirMed, safety is our priority, and we are dedicated to fostering a safe working atmosphere.
In order to maintain a constant level of safety, we rely on you, our appreciated clients, to understand and follow these standards as we work together in providing the safest possible working environment. Remember to call any time, as early activation is important. Thank you for your commitment to safety and for choosing Sanford AirMed to serve you and your community. Our success is influenced by this philosophy. Every patient, every flight, every time, safety first.